Let's keep it going. Yeah, it shows that when GrEE hastes and brilliance is up, just absolute powerhouse. Like, what are enemies to do against such reckless hate, you know? Oops. Wait, where did I kill the moth? Okay, we did kill the moth. Lots of wrath are always scary because if they berserk us, then we cannot cast spells, which is kind of our whole thing. Let's start radiating now that more of these buddies show up, and I'm manually attacking now because I want to hit the green draconian for sure. Because the other ones here will just blow up. Oh, contaminated myself a little bit. I don't think I'm very good at this OTR spell. Like, normally it applies a lot more poison if you're actually trained in the poison magic skill, but it's doing okay considering the fact that we kind of just took it for fun. Excuse me, sorry about that. Alrighty, keep it going here. Don't wrath me, moth. Zot 2 almost cleared out. Nothing's too scary in Zot as long as you're prepared for it and coming in, especially at max level. Nothing's too scary in Zot until we get to the final floor. I guess. Oh, also, named uniques accepted because Tiamat is extremely scary. But, here I'm gonna just start throwing out my shatters. I think I want to just deal a lot of damage. I don't even mind drawing enemies here if we just take the stairs up. Before things get too scary, that is. So let's just keep shattering, just break down every wall in the place. We're not really losing mana because we're managing to kill things at decent frequency as well, which is incredible. In fact, yeah, absolutely no punishment for this strategy as of yet. Ooh, we miscast Shatter that time, so spoke just a moment too soon, but still nothing completely game or run ending or anything. Oh, Orbs of Fire. That's not good for me to just let them walk towards me like that. It's because these buddies are a pain in the butt, extremely strong. They're really hard to kill, and they will mutate the crap out of you. So we head upstairs. Did I get mutated? Oh, I did. Armor fits poorly on your strangely twisted body. Right there. Body twists and deforms. Oh, you son of a gun. Oh, I never should have risked even a single turn in the spotlight there. It's very much meant to be just a quick little strat. Okay, kill these buddies. Oh, we need to kill the dang old ghost moth thing. It is called the ghost moth. I thought I got the name wrong. Oh no. Okay, we're out of mana. And we're being constricted. Go upstairs. Perfect. And then I have no problem facing these buddies one-on-one. Even head down here right away and start exuding our toxicity about the dungeon. Really just making sure nobody's having a good time down here. And blow it up and do it again. Tab through the rest of this. Shouldn't be too scary. This is where I don't want to be tapping tab that fast, even though I'm doing it, because I'm sure a rogue flame ball thing. Why am I immediately forgetting on the name of the monster that we were just talking about? Well, that was a rough teleport, I'll tell you what. I believe I can make it to the stairs. At the very least. I don't like things getting raged, so ghost moths not only can berserk us and not let us cast spells, but also berserking every enemy has a lot of scary combinations. If this golden dragon gets berserked, they are an absolute nightmare. So I'm gonna shatter because we just need to kill everything around us here. Ooh. Orb of Fire is back, but currently has no line of sight on us. I'm killing everything around me. I think I have to just keep doing it. No, I'm taking a step down. Orb of Fire needs line of sight to malmutate, so coming behind the Moth of Wrath, not too bad. Perfect, and then we made our way on upstairs, and I'm just gonna shatter away here. LCS to finish it off, I guess. Okay. Man, that teleport was rough. Brought us right into the hot seat there. Let's try this again, though. Without that, if we come upon a flame orb buddy, dang it, we kind of just took stupid damage here, and that's embarrassing. Let ourselves get constricted and just take unnecessary amounts of stacking damage. But yeah, Orbs of Fire aren't going to be too scary if we come across them on their own and with kind of a bit of a plan in mind, but definitely don't want to run into them in the middle of a fight like that because they also have flying, so Shatter's not going to be taking care of them quite as easily as we otherwise might like. And here one comes. So here's my solution. Spellforge Servitors. Because the Servitor will not worry about mutations, which is awesome, but we'll also get a lot of free, powerful spells in, which is definitely what we need here. Feel clumsy, so we just got mutated with Dex -1, that's great. But there we go. Me and my Servitor both throwing out LCS almost kills the Orb of Fire, and that's the strongest enemy in the game, arguably. Definitely the one I'm most scared of and have the most trouble killing a lot of the times in the late game, depending on the character choices. And my Spellforge Servitor was honestly doing a great job there, just taking some hits for us. Jeez Louise. Wow, I used my expensive spell by accident. Meant to just Iron Shot there a few times. Whoops, but not going to be punished for it this time around at the very least. Tab. Let's go. First Orb of Fire down, no problem, which again, not always the case. I've had many a struggle in my past with those buddies. Let's also just identify both these rings, even though we probably don't want either. At this point, when we have artifact rings that are this good, there's a very slight chance of just a standard magical ring making the cut. And fighting these buddies one-on-one, no problem, just tapping them through, save the mana for just in case that buddy comes around the corner. Close that, bring out my Servitor, and ooh, a wacky Fireball come around the outside. Oh, Fireballs can't open doors. Also, this is why we don't just rapidly press buttons. I'm immediately getting hit by just mutation after mutation here. So lost some mana, sucks. Tend to lose your temper in combat, also a little bit brutal. If we don't attack at all, then it has no negative effect. But if we attack with a weapon, it has a chance to berserk us. So that's not great. I should have maybe done that sooner. Yeah, the corrosion from acid also works on enemies, so we're able to decrease their armor class using this, and that definitely helps with those super tanky baddies. Oh, check out that buddy, and we'll keep it moving. I'm hoping those two Orbs of Fire are the only two on the floor. Definitely usually don't expect to see very many until the very final floor of Zot. That's where the majority usually are sitting, so don't love running into two on Zot 3, but we make do. Play the cards you're dealt and all that. Oh, we got shafted. That's fun. Let's take out this buddy. Let's bring in a Spellforge Servitor. I'm gonna walk into a corner. In fact, I'm gonna walk into this little hallway here. Yeah, this is better. Oh, I don't know where my servitor is. Probably dead. Oh, there you are. Hello. And okay, we're just tabbing now. We're fortunately gonna be healing for most of the damage that we're taking, so that's always solid. And vampire. Oh, but oh, we raged. See, this is bad. Okay, because we're slowed after that as well. Which is not what we want, but fortunately, as long as we don't come up against anything too scary, I was about to say. Let's not rage our friends, you dang old moth. Get out of here. LCS this, buddy. We need to... Oh, I was really hoping that would do it. Yeah, anyone being berserked is extremely scary. I'm going to read a teleport. I think no matter what, we're going to end up in a slightly better situation than the one we're currently in. So I'm trying to take out the Draconian right above us, because they're so close to dying that I want to just get enough damage down to let that finish off. Oh, geez. Attracting a crowd here, but we got into a nice little hallway. Ooh, we're getting corroded to heck. Oh, gosh. Does Kyrian fix corrosion? Let's check. No, it does not. I believe cancellation would, if need be. But we're waiting for another teleport to hit, and we're hoping this one lands us next to stairs. In fact, we're probably about to teleport, so I'm slamming out a shatter. To make a bunch of noise right before we get the heck out of there. Oh boy, and we survived that shaft. The only time shafts are truly dangerous are in the first, like, 3 floors of the dungeon and in Zot. Zot shaft traps can absolutely wreck you. So, definitely something we want to, if we get hit by it, we want to be cautious with how we proceed from there. There's not a lot you can do to completely avoid being hit by shaft traps, at least those randomly spawning ones, but all that we can do is decide what to do with the time we are given, you know? Tap, 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 tap. Pressing tab too fast. Pressing tab way too fast. We got teleported in here. Oh gosh. Pressing tab just way too quickly. Not at all reacting to the situation here. I'm gonna try and kill top left buddy. As soon as we kill them, we get mana back, and then I just shatter everyone. We're doing it. Didn't quite give us back as much mana as I was hoping. You know what? Condenser. Bane. Fire is not what we were looking for here. We're being honest with ourselves. Oh no. Oh, I'm berserked. Oh, I have no choice but to just duke it out here. While we are sped up and strong, I'm going to take out the scary targets. And hopefully by the time the berserk ends, everything's dead. Oh, baby. We've done it. Okay, head upstairs. It's not what I meant to press. Okay. Honestly, I'm probably just going to make a bunch of noise again. It kind of worked out. Oops, I pressed 6 instead of 5. 5 is you just wait at the spot. 6, unfortunately, registers as a numpad input, which I didn't think it would. Okay, GrEE. Should be most of the floor that's within hearing distance. Just made their way on over here. You know, I should just have a servitor up. Hey, it's kind of fun to have a buddy on our trip anyway. There's really no reason not to. Like, absolutely, yeah, don't tell him to attack. I don't think I even need to show up to work anymore, really. Oh, maybe I do have to show up for work. Holy, let's be a little careful. Yeah, Spellforge Servitor is such a strong spell, though. Absolutely incredible. Oops, that's Shift M is the one we were going for. I kind of wanted to see what our spellbook was looking like. Yeah, we've managed to pick up a couple more on the way. Necromutation, this is another really important one for extended runs, or especially ziggurat clearing runs. You have to make sure to never accidentally bind my mute key to an in-game thing, because I will definitely press that without thinking twice about it. Oh man, getting too focused in. Every once in a while, playing the game, just need to remember to lean back, stretch out, release all the pent up pressure that's built up from how scared you can get. Oak glob plants. I mean, I should have, yeah, anti-corrosion stuff on or something. Whoops. That's fine. I think we can take out these buddies. This one. Wait. Another plant grows acid sacs. Oh, these plants are growing acid. Oh, whoa. That's interesting. Would you look at that? Is that going to keep happening in this grove? That's a scary Zot 4. Weird. So if I just like chill out here. Okay. I'm not shootable from here, am I? No. Now I'm shootable. So I pop out. How? Bottom left Ocklobe cannot hurt me right now. Ooh, there's another one though. Oh, and that one can shoot me from there. That's good to know. It's kind of wacky. So the Zot clock was supposed to remove the temptation to do like cheesy strats, but I'm so tempted to just spend time to shatter all of these walls and make this a little less painful. But I might just leave that entire little vault for now. Instead, let's clear the rest of the floor, shall we? Never mind, we are done clearing the rest of the floor. Let's come here and shatter. Oh, this is gonna work. Nice. So sick. Okay, I want to be in sight range of as many of these buddies as possible, and we're shattering. Oh wait, does this destroy all the the plants is what Brain was going for there. Don't know what happened. Got heavily intercepted on the way, those inputs, but I'm gonna keep shattering. We need to destroy all of the fungus. Beautiful. And that should do it. We saved the world. Okay though, nothing but Zot 5 to go, the scariest of them all, and definitely the most fire-orbed packed of them all. So let's just get ready mentally for that wildness. Otherwise, I think we're still just pretty set to go here. So let's pop down, immediately read a scroll of magic mapping. Very cool. Shift X to get into this nice zoomed out view, and then this is the classic Zot 5 here. These are called the lungs of the trip, and definitely just absolutely filled with the worst kind of monsters here. So always want to be prepared for when we tackled that. Fortunately, as an Earth Elementalist here, we do have the advantage of being able to just blow up walls. So we can definitely create some potential shortcuts throughout the sections here. See how it goes. Where are the other upstairs though? There's one in the top right here and one right next to us there. Cool. It's always just handy to have an idea of where that is. So I'm going to mark this as excluded area, and then we won't even travel within sight range of the opening to the lungs. And let's clear out the rest of the floor here, at least as well as we can. In the background, yeah, of course, more corrosion. You all suck. As long as it's just the one corrosion stack, that's not too much of a debuff, fortunately. And then we can definitely tap through these buddies. And partially, I think it's just having the weapon that heals us, where we deal quite little damage with our attacks. Like, our strength is really bad. But we managed to make it through fights in a punch out or drag out punching match just because we can heal for a lot of the damage we're taking. Oh my gosh, how do I miss so often? The dang old LCS. Oh my gosh, and then of course we rage, so nothing to do but just start tabbing through it. Good old brute. Oh, I should probably go fix my mutations if we're being honest with ourselves here. I kind of like being able to attack freely. Don't want to be worried about going berserk at every time, especially since I will forget about it, and it's going to happen in a horrible, horrible situation. I'm sure. Well, find mutation. Let's see. Even if they're, yeah, if there's some close to us, why not? Let's have a bit of fun with the roulette here. So we will hit Q for quaff and then comma for on the floor. Let's cough that. Okay, body's shape went back to normal. We regained our dexterity. Magic went back to normal. Feel frail and feel robust. Oh, those canceled out. Oh, I was so confused as to what happened with those last two. But you feel frail was losing max HP, and then feeling robust was gaining max HP. So that's kind of fun. Honestly, if we drink one more mutation potion, if we're lucky here, it will get rid of our 2 negatives, and it will just leave us with a positive. But no guarantees. Oh, yeah, we lost our helmet. So we grew horns. That's fun. But we didn't gain any explicit negatives. Gained 1 more AC with fur, so now we're a stone statue covered very unnervingly in a thin layer of fur. That's kind of creepy. The horns actually kind of fit. We just won't be able to see invisible anymore. Jews suck. Is that true? Do I have no see invisible on anything? Fine. See in. Hey, with our gloves. Oh, we're good. Yeah, who even cares then? The horns are awesome. Now we can headbutt people. Very cool. Well, that worked out then. As long as our spells got harder to cast, but more powerful. Which means no more OTR. Spellforge Servitor is kind of scary as well. But the power level on these buddies should be absolutely incredible. Shatters up to 71% power. Oh, I should have looked at Lahudibs too. 65%. It's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm learning evocations up to way higher than I should, as I just left everything on manual here. Conjurations should be going up. Why not? And armor. Maybe just a little bit. Sure. That'll do. Go to Zot 4, please, and thank you kindly. And there we go. Let's continue this explorative journey. Might run into more orbs of fire right away. Would you look at that? Do you know what this is? We're not going far in this game. I'm gonna scroll fog so that they can't keep mutating me from afar. Bring in my Spellforge Servitor, for sure. Ooh, hello friend. Really came out of nowhere. Feel less energetic, so yeah, lost some mana capacity again, which is definitely the one we were hoping not to lose each and every time, but we'll take it. It is what it is. Oh, there we go. Already done. Alright, so now we can start clearing the lungs. I mean, if we wanted to, yeah, we could blow through walls, try and be a little sneaky, grab the orb, and just get the heck out of here, but I think we're gonna play it safe and just go for the full clear. Because with our Spellforge Servitor here, we should be able to take out single targets beautifully well. No problems whatsoever. Like, just embarrassing for the monsters, really, if we're being honest with ourselves. Do hate the traps, though. That's always the thing, I guess. Always seem to be traps just chilling in these spots. Well, I'll step on the net trap because I think that it does... Oh, it does not break it. Nope. Okay, I guess we are hard breaching. But let's head to the stairwell. We can stand right on top of the stairway and get going. Yeah, Ghost Moth can F right off. Let's just leave. But that was a hatch as well. So this is the same stairwell. How is it looking? Honestly? Yeah, I'm feeling it. 2 ghost moths. Okay, we need Spellforge Servitor. Oh, because we immediately lost all of our mana. Interesting. Definitely interesting. You know, we have so many stacks on all of our consumables here. Let's just start throwing out slinging bolts of acid like we do. Essentially no different from being a spellcaster if we can do so with evocable items as well. It's a thing of beauty. And yeah, do you know what? Keep going after that Lich buddy. Head upstairs with just 2 of these friends would be nice. Ooh, I don't like that. Lich has summoned something scary. The Tismittle is not something we want to be dealing with right now. So, take out these buddies. Don't even bother gaining mana. Let's just take this Ghost Moth upstairs and give it the old what for with our... Not bare hands, I guess. We are using a very fancy Demon Trident, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, but... Ooh. Spellforge Servitor failed once, but that's alright. Again, Scroll of Fog. Let's hide in the fog. Dang it, we got hit with 1 mutation there, but such is the way of life. Still definitely a lot better than it could have been. Conjurations hit 16. Oh, it had a cap? I don't want that. Keep going, Conjurations. Let's get 100% level LCSs. The absolute mad lad. Just tabbing my way through monsters, which is risky and probably just a little bit stupid, but hey, if I'm not punished. Oh boy. Yep, Berserking Storm Dragon. A little bit scary for sure. Just a wee bit. Ouch. Hits like a gosh darn truck, that's for sure. Let's just heal up a little bit after that. Alrighty. Definitely not a bad Zot Lungs clear though. I've had much scarier experiences here. When you get the like 12 plus orbs of fires when things get real painful. But there it is. The whole dang reason we came down here. An invaluable artifact. Alrighty. Spellforge Servitor. Back. Stop stepping on net traps, you dang sons of guns. Fortunately, these buddies do count as alive, which is sweet in terms of our self-healing for sure. Okay, 1 more lung section to go, and then should be on our way to greatness. Okay, we just got blinked from traps. Oh, there's Orb of Fire here too. Don't love that. We have 7 blink scrolls. I may regret this, but I'm just gonna take early action, use that, scroll of fog, bring in my servitor, and then let's take these jokers one at a time. Shouldn't be using so much mana to kill things because Orb of Fire should be coming through at some point, right? Orb of Fire, hello? I think Orb of Fire might just be ignoring our calls or something. Ooh, we got silenced by the chaos effect of those wacky clown buddies. You bring in my Spellforge servitor once more. Again, tons of resources. Burn them all. Oh, no, don't do that. Dang it. It's so painful when it auto-targets like that, but there we go. Did I take any bad mutations? No, it's still the same as what we were last left with there. Oh geez, I took stupid damage there. That's why we don't tab fight against any kind of spellcaster at this stage in the game. Jeez. Just wanted to remember what it was like to be horrified for my life, you know? Just something truly exhilarating about it, or something like that. Let's keep our Spellforge Servitor kicking here. Oh, we got marked. Okay, that's nice actually, because it will mean that the final enemies will come to us. Come on, Spellforge Servitor. I'm trusting you to take them all out there. LCS should have been the play. Is that everyone? Well, that's the whole class, eh? Holy moly. Well, there it is. That's clearing Zot 5. Definitely not quite the end of the journey, because as soon as we pick this buddy up, all heck will break loose. But we're in the final stage here. This is where we want to start looking through our inventory options here. I'm actually going to drop the See Invisible helmet just in case we find something useful on the way up. Let's be ready to grab it. I am very tempted to keep this character going because they are very strong, really good equipment, but I'm also tempted to get a win out of this. First on-camera win is a pretty big deal, especially on second try. I can't complain too much about that. At my skill level, I definitely cannot complain whatsoever about that. One of the fun options where if you are playing as a character that is a little bit weaker, or if you want to just be super sure that you make it out if you're in one piece, there are a lot of fun prep things you can do, and just digging tunnels through between stairways and that kind of thing. But I think we'll do a bit of that on the fly. We have 7 charges of digging, and we could use Shatter, but the second we pick up this orb, using Shatter unnecessarily isn't going to be quite the option it used to be. Yeah. I don't think this will be too scary of an orb run though, all things considered. So let's get ready. My favorite technique here is, once we have it all cleared here, we want to get closer to the stairs as soon as possible. So if we read a teleport scroll and then purposely wait, I think it's like 8 turns. I'll find out right away if I'm wrong about it. And then when I pick up the orb, I should teleport the turn after, hopefully landing right next to some stairs, but never any guarantees. And so, without further ado, I think we're just gonna hop into it here. Pop the teleport. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I was 1 short. Or 1 too many, rather. Let's try that again. Luckily, we have a lot of teleport scrolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's just do 7 this time. Maybe it's on the 8th turn. Okay, get hair on my face. Make sure I'm mentally prepared for the task ahead here. Let's do it. Pick that buddy up. The Lords of Pandemonium are not amused. Beware. Now all we have to do is get back out of the dungeon. That's it. Wait 1 turn, teleport. Perfect. Landed right next to the stairs. Pretty much ideal. Now, for next stairway, real close. I'm actually going to let this guardian follow me. I might bring my servitor in, actually. Sounds like a good idea. Oops, that's not who I meant to target. I actually wanted to target this buddy. It uses too much mana. So I like to rest on the stairs to regain mana as much as we can before the hordes start descending upon us. This is a bad spot. Could dig. Fly over the lava. That's up there. The other option though is to read a teleport and just hope that it brings me a little bit closer to the stairway. Let's do one dig here. It's kind of a fun use of it. Activate my flying so we can get over the lava here, and then let's just let auto travel take us as far as it's able to towards the stairwell. Yeah, you dang old orb guardians are pretty dang fast. Ooh. I don't like these buddies because they summon. Anything that summons enemies is a pain in the butt. I should have probably also worked out a little bit of the fastest path, because sometimes it's worth it to see which stairway you're coming out of and how close it is to other stairways, because this is the worst option imaginable here. So I'm going to read a teleport scroll. Because we're carrying the orb, it will constantly give us the delayed teleports effect, so definitely something to keep in mind. There is our exit out of Zot. Okay, first branch escaped. Now, 2 different stairways down. So yeah, here I want to head down towards these 2, I think, because that way, if one pathway gets really clogged up with scary enemies, we can divert a little bit and hopefully make it out in one piece just fine. Ideally, we just don't have to even think about that because we make it right to the stairs. And would you look at that? Here, I'm going to stand here. We're going to shatter these buddies just to walk right up for free. That's definitely nothing to complain about. That's scary. So these buddies hurl damnation like nobody's business, unavoidable damage. That was iron shot, not even the damnation, you son of a gun. I'm gonna throw up a bunch of fog behind me. Didn't actually help or do anything, but we'll take it. Ooh, first pandemonium lord that we've come across. It's Quack. Doesn't fly. That's something. We can potentially just shatter the heck out of this buddy, but I don't love our positioning here. We're already low health too, so I'm gonna read a scroll of teleport. I'm going to bring in my Spellforge Servitor, and I'm maybe going to start, I don't want to lob too many attacks here, because ideally, I don't waste mana, and I teleport out of here to a better place. Take me away. No, not going to take me away. Come on, LCS. Oh my gosh, I'm going to kill Quack, aren't I? Quack is almost dead, dang it. Didn't even manage to take them out before teleport did finally kick in. Okay, I should be careful here. In fact, I often like to not use my own movement keys because I will not notice enemies floating in, and when you click, it will stop you automatically upon seeing an enemy, so that's very helpful for someone like me who has horrible habits. And then next upstairs. Right, this is exit out depth, so there's only one option. Heading right for it. Okay. No problems there. Never mind any of that. Yeah, do what we're going through you. We're going through you as well. You tormenting some. Oh my gosh, Nasm. Has a splotchy body and wears a helmet over its head. Fast, large, bolt of cold, blink allies encircling as silence is no good. Especially a fast enemy that's able to silence us. Nah. Quivering 12 nets as well. Let's not ignore that or forget about that. I'm gonna read a teleport scroll. Nice to have that in the background. If we're able to get out of this situation or we don't want it to activate, we'll just read another one. But that way, if we are screwed in 8 turns, we're already ready to zoop on out. Turns out we just killed Nasm, so maybe we should have just gone for the stairs. Man, GrEE, you're too strong, my pal. Back in the main dungeon though, only 14 more floors, only 12 more floors. Counting was bad there, but I'm sure you got the point. So these are really nice positioning. We're close enough that haven't had to think about it. This is another Malmutator here, so definitely gets absolutely focused down. No doubt about that. And then keep going for the stairs. Honestly, at this point is where I start to feel super cocky. Like, we have so many resources in the bank. Not a concern in the world. There's a tormentor coming at us, but I'll even waste more mana than I should on the popcorn enemies now. Dungeon 3, Dungeon 2. And we've done it. And that's it. So that's, I mean, I haven't exited yet officially, I guess. So not officially won. But I will do so in a second. I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate the fact that we got here. Just under 10,000 total turns here, which I don't actually have a very good mental reference of whether that's more or less than what I'm used to for myself personally. I guess kind of less, because a lot of times I do just have fun exploring in the abyss for an extended period of time for no reason whatsoever. So definitely one of my quicker ones in terms of turn count, because I'm a slow player. But up there in terms of actual real time, I guess, if I think about it. It's probably been hours and hours, but it was all worth it in the end here as we successfully went down through 15 layers of dungeon, 5 layers of depths, 5 layers of Zot, plus all the extended branches. Not the extended branches, that's a misleading word. It's because that means something in this game. But plus all the branches that we managed to brave down in order to gain experience and or the runes that were contained within them. And after all that, managed to grab the orb and make our way back on out with the Lords of Pandemonium screaming high heaven at us from all directions. And definitely these are the runs that keep you addicted to the game, because GrEE here in general, just absolutely incredible power, so many intelligence boosting items, which definitely helped to make everything fully castable, especially in the like heavier armor that we're wearing. It all comes together in a beautiful amalgamation. I mean, we burned through heal wounds potions like it was nobody's business when we had our panic moments in the abyss last Sunday. We're back up to 9 already. And it's almost regretful for me to look through this, because GrEE probably could have gone for the long haul here. But let's not get hung up on that. I'm gonna keep going back to it, because it's not always that you get the luck of not just the really good items showing up, but the really good items showing up on characters that are able to use them to their full ability, or even at the very least doesn't actively clash with the kind of background that you've chosen and the path you've wanted to take, even though you can always divert in the game and roll with the punches and whatever is handed to you through the RNG engine. But holy cow. I think that's just about it. I was tempted to do any last like find feature stuff, see if I left anything on the dungeon. Let's maybe do artifact. I was like to just see what our options were here, and I'm sure we left a bunch of weapons just on the floor. Oh no, in shops, so not on the floor. That one's on the floor though. But definitely wasn't quite necessary to sift through each one. We had a pretty good selection of stuff on us there at the end. Holy cow. Let's do it. You have escaped. 51 and 52 slots. Right, we can look through our inventory now, so I guess I didn't quite need to do that part of the recap already, but thing of beauty. See how that sits on points. So on this computer, it's my second best profile. This is still just a 5 rune run here. This GrEE had 14 runes and died in Tomb 2 in a very silly, stupid way that embarrasses me to this very day. But that's funny. It's been a while since I got to the score screen on this computer, because a lot of times I play on my laptop, or I used to play on my laptop. Back when I actually left the house, and having a portable gaming system actually meant something a little bit more. But also, yeah, 10 hours. Definitely not the fastest player on the block. But also, I guess, wanted to explain stuff and get through it all, which is part of the fun, and it's more about the journey for sure than experience there. Just remind me to never speedrun DCSS. I'm okay with speedrunning certain games, but this is just not the one for me. It's antithetical to how my brain approaches all the problems or something. But there we go. That's that. Anticlimactic in some ways maybe, but still super appreciable just for gaining a victory. Every victory in this game, especially early on, like I myself I definitely have under 10 total victories probably. I know it like decided to take out the conditional state adjectives and then threw them back in for no reason whatsoever, but yeah, I feel like too often I just have fun with the characters and want to keep going. It's very rare that I escape with just the 3 runes like that. So feels a little bit different, but very rewarding for me at the very least. Hope it is even for the viewers as well, even though we didn't have to panic and absolutely crap ourselves on the way out, which can happen. Don't get me wrong, can definitely happen, and it has happened to me in the past. But yeah, still just so satisfying. Any victory in this game is a big deal because it's a lot of work. There's a lot of thinking that goes into it. Just a moment of letting your guard down can send hours and hours of effort down the drain, which is why roguelikes are just so addictive to me. For whatever reason, my brain loves that specific mix of oh my gosh. Why is my brain blanking? Masochist. There we go. It's a weird, perfect blend of slight masochistic tendencies. I feel like I'm missing that word now. As soon as you overthink a word like that, there's no way your tongue and brain are going to be able to coordinate an effort to actually get anything proper out. So maybe instead we'll just throw that sentence out there, ditch it on the wayside, and instead just enjoy the victory, relax for once in the last few hours there, even though that's also not very true because GrEE was a very relaxing character to play. That will change in the future as we try out some of the more difficult combinations and that kind of thing, but for now it's a good start for sure. And kind of speaking on where we're going from here and that kind of thing, I still need to confirm with myself in my head if it's what I want to do. But I've been playing this game for a long time, and I've never really made a concentrated effort to just get victories and do some kind of streaking thing with just these 3-rune victories that are a little more consistent than maybe pushing my boundaries into every section of the game. But the other side of things that I've never explored myself that might be kind of fun here is to go through and try and get, I should have Googled this before I started talking about it. I think it's Greater Player. It's an achievement that you normally get when you play in the online version of the tiles, or the ASCII, I guess, but just on the online servers, if you play there, you can get an achievement for winning with every species. You can also get a separate one for every background. That's the one. And then there's also like special ones for winning with every deity and that kind of thing. But I think what kind of tickles my fancy here is to potentially start going through and see if we can't get a victory with every species in the game. I have an okay base of experience. I've at least jumped around in the species play a decent amount. I'm not someone who's very hard set on only playing gargoyles or maybe even just some of the easier like brute classes like Minotaur. So I think that I should be able to do okay at spreading my wings a little bit, especially since like some of my favorite classes, Formside, Naga, and Octopode, are all in advanced. So that makes me feel good about it, even if that's totally unwarranted, and I'll definitely live to regret saying those words out loud. especially since I have no idea what Palantongas are like. I've heard about them a little bit. I know that they roll, and they can roll and like poke at the end of their roll, so that's kind of fun or cool. We'll have to find out when we get there, because potentially the plan, as it's kind of very lightly formulating in my head here, is to go in order. So if and when I go through this plan, I think it will be starting with a hill orc, probably either a hill orc monk or a hill orc fighter, one of the two. Do a little playthrough as the orc Jesus, spreading the good word of the people. In fact, I'm gonna have to remember, I have a special name in mind for our orc missionary that's gonna go about the dungeons, so have to remember that one for when we start that episode. But that should be where we start off. It's a fairly easy combo, especially for just a 3 rune win. It should be fairly straightforward of just slapping on some armor. It's kind of a nice mix of having a lot of the strengths of a brute force class, or I guess when I say class, I'm almost thinking like species background combo. Combo, I guess, is even what I should say. But of a brute combo, it has pretty much the same advantages as a brute combo, but it has a little more auxiliary in the fact that you can use your followers, excuse me, and you can also, I think Bo, I think it's Bo. I think Bo has some other little abilities. Like, I think it gives you the ability to smite like the orc priests do. So yeah, a bit more auxiliary thrown in there makes it a bit easier to roll with the punches and deal with the unexpected situations that can be tossed up at you when you're playing the game here. But I think, as far as I'm concerned, that is probably going to be my plan going forward on these Sunday streams, because I definitely want to keep playing DCSS, and I would love to, even if I don't officially get the achievement because I'm not playing on the online servers, just playing them on stream, live in front of an audience, is proof enough for myself, you know? There's no way I can possibly cheat that, and so I think that could be a lot of fun, and gives me a nice goal to work towards along the way here, which is helpful for sure. But let's see. Anything else I'm missing? I think that was most of the stuff that I was thinking about mentioning. I guess the last random important housekeeping thing that's not exactly related to this DCSS stuff is just that my upcoming stream on this Wednesday, I'm going to be changing the times a little bit. If you just watch DCSS on this channel, it won't affect you at all, because that's just on Sundays. But we'll be moving that, yeah, an hour and a half earlier. Might workshop that time in a little bit, because yeah, I want to get through that, and then I'm actually going to be taking part in a bit of a trivia event on Zoom, so want to be able to show up on time for that with all my Lord of the Rings knowledge prepared, because that's the theme of the quiz, I think. Specifically the reason I was invited, because my family has a bit of a love affair with that trilogy. So yeah, that's gonna happen, but hopefully it doesn't disrupt too much, and honestly I'm not even sure what I'm playing on Wednesday yet, so we'll have to see how it all shakes out. It'll be just as I'm finishing up officially from school for the semester, so that's always exciting, and should lead to having a bit more of an idea of what the heck I'm doing moving forward as well. Maybe, just maybe, no promises there. I'm always kind of flying by the seat of my pants, it's just kind of how I'm built. But I had a whole lot of fun today. Super satisfying to get through with the win, especially with how close some of the deaths were at the end of last session. I was getting a little lazy last week, and definitely a little riskier than I'd like to be. But had a whole lot of fun here. I hope you enjoyed watching as well. Maybe learned a little bit of something, even if not. At least had some fun laughing at my mistakes and all that good stuff. If you did, definitely shoot me a follow here on Twitch if you want to be notified of whenever we go live, and have a little notification of what we're playing as well, in case you're not interested in everything on the schedule. But if you're watching these on YouTube, I'd also very much appreciate subscribing, liking the video, commenting any of your own thoughts. If you have any opinions on if you'd enjoy watching me go through each species, maybe learning a bit of something for myself, or we can learn something together depending on your experience with the game, or I can be embarrassed by how poorly it goes once we get started into that process. Who knows? World is our oyster at that point. Or at this point? I don't know. Immediately brain regrets everything. Oh, but hell yeah from Babs. Thanks, Babs. But regardless of all that and whether you take an active role, I still hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there. Didn't butcher the outro too much here, hopefully, but seem to have a bad track record. Wow, now I can't talk. Bad track record with doing just that. And to prove it so, of course, we have to stumble over the sign out words. But I hope to see you in the next one. I'll see you soon. See ya.